So Patrick, let's introduce you a little bit. When did you graduate college and when did you start working at IEL?
So I graduated college in 2023 actually, but I started interning here the summer of 2021. I went back to school after that. I actually worked through Christmas break for just a month and came back in the summer of 2022, and I actually haven't left. I stayed on through my senior year. Then once I graduated, I was offered full time, and here I am.
Cool, nice.
Yeah.
I think that's the goal when we get, an intern, we try to bring them back and keep them on our team. So that's cool. So what drew you to IEL in the first place to be an intern with us?
Yeah, so I was at UC's career fair. I graduated from the University of Cincinnati, and I was looking through all these different companies, and it was online because it was still COVID. And a lot of these other places I was looking at, I didn't feel like I would maybe get noticed, or they were just too big, in my opinion. So when I sat down with the talent acquisition team here at IEL, I just felt a lot more welcomed and like I had an opportunity to be seen. It was very laid back. I honestly had no idea how logistics worked, any of that stuff, but I felt really comfortable. And even through the interview process as well, I realized it would be a very good fit.
Cool. All right, so how did your experience as an intern prepare you for your role here at IEL currently?
The beautiful part of it is my internship was basically the job that I do now. I was basically acting as a logistics coordinator, so booking trucks, managing them from pickup to delivery, making sure the paperwork is correct. Yeah, I was basically doing that job already, so it just kind of translated into a full-time role.
Awesome. So looking back, what part of your internship surprised you the most?
I would say the culture here. It's a little scary coming in as an intern because everyone's older than you, everyone has experience. I had none. But once I came in on that first day, I was so welcomed by everybody here. There was really no intimidation factor. Everyone was willing to teach me. I felt very comfortable. I'd say just the idea that they wanted me here. It wasn't like you're lucky to be here, but we want you here.
Yeah, it's like that family, that small family atmosphere.
Exactly,
right.
exactly.
All right, so last question I got here for you. What is some advice that you would give an intern coming into IEL?
Yeah, I would say come in here with a very open mind. I came into this industry not knowing a single thing, and I think I can say just after a few years, I feel pretty confident in my abilities to do this job. These are some of the best logistics professionals here in the country. People know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing. They serve their customers well. Just kind of be a sponge, gain as much knowledge as you can, and you can be set up pretty well here.
So here we are at USF, one of our partner schools for our internship programs. And actually today, joining me is Chris Hopper, who went to USF from 2017 to 2020 and is now an account manager here at IEL. Chris, thank you for joining me today.
Of course, thank you for having me.
So how did you discover IEL's internship program? How did this come to be?
Yeah, I actually had an internship through a family friend at a 3PL in Jacksonville. And I was telling somebody about it in class. At the time, I didn't know much about logistics as a whole. And he said, I worked at this company called IEL last year. And he was still working there part-time through his senior year. So he said, maybe I could get you an interview. I went in, talked to the recruiters and the managers, and then I saw kind of the office, the vibes down there, everybody on the phone, throwing the football around, and just seemed like a good fit.
Absolutely. And, I guess what was like the key takeaways from an internship program at IEL?
I mean, it was so vast. It was cold calling, it's the operations, the organization, the negotiation, the customer service aspect of it. It was such a valuable internship. I learned so many different things that I don't think are available in a lot of different internships. Usually it's focused on one thing.
Yeah. Any key experiences you can kind of point out?
Not necessarily, just enjoying every day. It's not like a watching the clock type of internship. Right. It's almost like we didn't have enough time to get everything done, just a good experience overall.
What made you want to stay here?
Well, I love the work so much. Like I said, it was never something that I was waiting to leave. I love the work. I had so much more to learn. And even 6 years in now, I still feel like I have so much to learn. So it was really almost a no-brainer for me.
Absolutely. And, if you could give any advice to potential interns or just people thinking about, continuing their career here after their internship, what would you kind of say?
I mean, weigh your options, make sure it's what you want to do, and, make sure it's something that you're passionate about, and definitely don't do any kind of, you know, grab and coffee internships. I was valued at IEL, and you could feel that. And that's one of the main reasons why I stayed.
Awesome. Well, Chris, thank you very much for joining me today.
Of course.
I really appreciate it, and thanks for showing me around campus.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you.